Marcus Cole had been in Chicago for exactly 23 days. He had a job. He had a room. He had $214 in his bank account. He was, by any measure, still barely holding on. That's when he heard the sound through the wall. The studio on the fourth floor of the Linden building was 200 square feet of everything Marcus owned. A mattress, a lamp he found on the sidewalk, a single pot, 3 changes of clothes. He didn't mind. For the first time in years, every object in the room was his. Every silence was his. Every morning he woke up and the door had a lock, and the key to that lock was on his keychain. That meant something. The job at Sarah's office had started well. He answered phones. He sorted files. He made coffee for people who didn't notice he existed. He noticed them. He noticed who worked late, who skipped lunch, who smiled at everyone and went quiet the moment they thought no one was watching. Marcus was always watching. His building had 12 units. He knew 3 of his neighbors by face, none by name. That was fine. He wasn't there to make friends. He was there to rebuild. But on a Tuesday night, 3 weeks into his new life, the wall between his apartment and 4B started talking. It started as a muffled sound, something between crying and trying not to cry. That particular kind of quiet that's louder than noise. Marcus put down his fork. He sat still for a moment. Then he got up, walked to his door, opened it, and stood in the hallway. The door to 4B had light coming from under it, and the sound, clearer now, was definitely crying. Low, controlled. The kind of crying someone does when they've been doing it for a long time and have gotten good at keeping it small. Marcus stood there for a long moment. He could walk back inside.
Can I help you?
Probably not. I heard something through the wall. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine.
Okay. I just moved in. 4A. I have ramen if you haven't eaten.
I'm not eating ramen with a stranger.
Fair. I'm Marcus.
Diane.
Now we're not strangers. Ramen's still on the table.
She didn't tell him everything that night. She told him enough. Her freelance clients had disappeared over the past 2 months. 3 contracts cancelled back to back. Rent was due in 9 days. She had $400. Rent was $1,100. Marcus went to work the next morning and looked at the office with new eyes. He thought about what Diane had said. Small businesses, brand identity, logos. He thought about Daniel. Daniel's bakery had no real branding. The sign outside was hand-painted, beautiful but uneven. The menu was written on a chalkboard in 2 different handwriting styles. The logo on the paper bags was a clip art image from the early 2000s. The bakery was good. It deserved to look like it was good.
Can I ask you something?
You're going to ask anyway.
Have you ever thought about updating the look of the place? The logo, the signage?
It's a bakery. People come for the bread.
They come the first time because of how it looks. They come back for the bread.
What are you suggesting?
I know someone who does this. Brand design. She's good. She needs work. You need a refresh. Maybe there's something there.
I don't have money for a designer.
Let me talk to her first.
Diane opened the door, looking like she'd spent the day applying to jobs and hearing nothing back.
How do you feel about a trade?
What kind of trade?
There's a bakery 2 blocks from here. Good food, terrible branding. The owner can't pay designer rates, but he can feed you breakfast every morning for 3 months and give you a full portfolio piece. Photos, process, the whole thing. Real work, real outcome.
You're serious.
The logo on his bags looks like it was made in 2003. You could do it in your sleep.
That doesn't solve my rent problem.
No, but it gives you something to show new clients while you figure out the rent problem. Right now, your portfolio is 4 years old and your last 3 clients disappeared. You need something fresh, something with a story.
Why are you doing this?
Because somebody did something for me when they didn't have to. And I'm starting to think that's how this works.
They met the next morning. Marcus introduced them and then stepped back, literally, and let them talk. Daniel was skeptical. Diane was nervous, but she pulled out her laptop and showed him her previous work, and something shifted in Daniel's face.
She's good.
I know.
Diane started the following week. She came in every morning, ordered coffee Daniel wouldn't let her pay for, and worked at the corner table by the window. Within 10 days, she had 3 logo concepts. Within 3 weeks, she had a full brand system. New signage, new bag design, a simple website, social media templates. Daniel cried when he saw the final version. He didn't apologize for it. The new sign went up on a Saturday morning. Marcus was there. 3 people stopped on the sidewalk to look at it. One of them came inside and asked for a card. Diane posted the project on her portfolio site that same afternoon. By Monday, she had 2 new inquiries. One of them turned into a contract. She didn't have to call her parents. A month later, Marcus and Diane had a running joke. Whoever finished work first knocked on the other's door. Sometimes they ate together. Sometimes they just worked in parallel, doors open, music from one apartment drifting into the other. It wasn't much, but in a city where Marcus had known nobody 23 days ago, it was everything. Marcus didn't fix Diane's life. He just knocked on a door. That's it. Most people turn up the TV. Marcus knocked. And slowly, the city started feeling like his. Next week, Marcus gets noticed at work. Not for what he does, for what he sees. And someone is about to offer him something he never expected. The question is whether he's ready to say yes. If his story means something to you, subscribe and follow Marcus from the beginning. A new chapter drops every week.